West Side Story up for 7 Oscars at next month's Academy Awards, including a Best Supporting Actress nomination for my next guest, Ariana DeBose, who plays Anita. Well, Ariana joins me now. It's so good to see you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
What an incredible project to be part of.
It's wild, really wild.
You weren't sure at first, though. You weren't sure at first it would maybe be for you, I guess.
Right. No, and the reality is, most Anitas look like Rita Moreno.
Yeah.
Or Chita Rivera, who played the role on Broadway.
Of course.
First. So I just didn't think that an Afro-Latina like myself would really be the person that they chose to bring it to the big screen in this way.
Right.
So I was kind of shocked when they were like, no, we would like you to do this.
Well, it works.
Yeah.
It works beautifully. It really does. Is your dad from Puerto Rico?
Yeah, my father's Puerto Rican, yeah.
Ah,
yeah.
Okay. So did you grow up with knowing about West Side Story? Because was it something, because I remember I was obsessed as a kid. We even did it in primary school.
Oh, I love that.
We did. I don't think we did it particularly well, but we did do it in Strathclyde Primary. And it was just one of those movies that you remember. You remember the songs, you remember everything, don't you?
Yeah, you do. I mean, I grew up watching the movie in my grandmother's living room, and I didn't truly understand the story at that young age, but I understood that I loved the woman in the purple dress.
Oh, yeah.
I loved how she moved, and she was full of life, and she was sassy and would tell people what was what.
Exactly. And you didn't see that much back then. You really didn't. That was really good.
Well, I think that's what makes this character really special. She's a woman ahead of her time. She's got agency and self-respect, and she does speak her mind. And
she does, and she's very, very sort of like, she doesn't take no nonsense.
No,
even though like Bernardo's the leader of this, everybody respects him, he's the leader of this gang, and she's not having any of it.
No, well, I think it's always good to have a good woman check her man every once in a while too.
Exactly. What a cracking part the Anita is. And also there was this nod back, of course, to the original, because Rita Moreno is in this movie.
She is, and she is astounding. Like I think it's some of her best work. She's just so elegant and funny. Yeah. Her comedic skills are on full display in this film.
But was that a wee bit, just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit intimidating to have her there on the set and you're playing the part that she probably is most famous for? You're playing Anita?
Yes. I think I came to work sweating every day. In fact, the first time I met her, I had a full-out panic attack. Like, I hid under the bleachers, and it took me 30 minutes to come out and say hello, like a proper hello. But she was so graceful with me, and encouraged me to just make the character my own and infuse the character with everything that makes me unique.
Sure.
So it was like a seal of approval that I didn't know I needed.
Exactly, but very important.
Very important. It's nice. Because she is the bridge between our film and the '61 film, and generationally, it's really lovely too. Our film takes place in 1957. Very clearly, I know nothing about living in 1957. So I found some of her stories about coming up in Hollywood during that time to be very informative, and just stories about, the life that she has lived as Rita, not necessarily as, the woman playing Anita.
Of course.
Like, she herself was actually very inspiring to me.
The costumes are fabulous,
aren't they? Paul Tazwell, he's a genius.
Absolutely. Everything about it, the attention to detail, the whole thing. I mean, look at that.
Oh,
wow.
Well, it's its own life force, that dress.
Yeah. Once you put that on, you're away, aren't you?
It's true.
Once you've got that on.
True.
Oh, the choreographer is just absolutely
just
incredible. Well, you were working with one of your best pals, weren't you? But you're not working with Paloma?
Paloma Garcia, she is one of my besties.
Yeah.
And we grew up on Broadway together, really.
Right.
Isn't that a weird thing to say? I grew up on Broadway.
No, it's lovely.
But yeah, we met each other in dance class. And I guess 12 years ago at this point. And we were both cast in iconic dance roles. And so to do the film with her, so special. Yeah. And I mean, isn't it lovely to see two women in the industry supporting each other, empowering each other?
Yes, exactly. Because especially because roles are short, they're tight.
They can be
and I always think dancers, I mean, that is the toughest of all to do.
I agree. Well, I think triple threat is a word that sometimes gets thrown around frequently.
That's being able to dance and act and sing.
Yeah, at the same time, I always say yes, and we breathe fire and fly through the air too at the same time. But I think dancers have sometimes been relegated to, you know, like the back.
Yes.
You know, we don't always get asked to come forward and play important roles or pivotal roles. And so these are two characters, Anita and Graciela, that get to do that in a really big, important way.
Exactly.
And it's exciting because, I mean, I grew up watching old Hollywood films, you know.
Of course, me too.
Where are the days of Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, and Rita Hayworth, or Sid Charisse, for that matter.
Sid Charisse.
She was the greatest, wasn't she?
I loved her. Remember in Singing in the Rain, and she had green tights on, and she was the sexiest thing I've ever seen. She was a
big old crush on her.
Me too. Me too. Oh, good. I'm glad I wasn't the only one.
You are not alone.
I don't think I was the only one. That's for sure. Now, it's led to lots of different things. Your performance has been, you know, you've had huge, fantastic reviews. Got to host Saturday Night Live.
I did.
I mean, come on, that must have been great fun.
Oh, it's wild.
For goodness sake, what a joy.
Mean, the first 72 hours were absolutely terrifying. And then the last 48, I had a blast. Literally, that expression on my face is exactly how I felt. What is happening?
I love
Where
your
am
outfit.
I?
I love your outfit.
That was a fun little moment.
It's fabulous. And we're next going to see you working with Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, in
and also
Argyle.
Catherine O'Hara, who I love her.
She's the greatest. Like, honestly, she's an international treasure. And being on set with her was, I don't know, it was both entertaining and just humbling. You know, she's such a wonderful human.
Yeah. It's all going incredibly well, but that's because you worked your butt off.
I do.
You
actually.
paid your dues.
She works hard for the money.
She does.
For her little baby coins.
You really have paid your dues. You've worked incredibly hard, and it's all going so well. And congratulations again on West Side Story. Great to see you.
You too. Thank you for having me.
And West Side Story is in the cinemas now. We can actually go to the movies again. It's so exciting. Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub, and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.